Good morning. I am César, and he's Mauricio. I am professor of geology at the University of the Republic in Uruguay. Mauricio is a young geologist of the Geológico Service in Uruguay also. Let me start saying that we are very, very happy to be here in this event celebrating UC's anniversary and also the first 100 geological heritage sites. We also want to thank the coordinators of the project and the organizers of this event because we have the opportunity to share today Los Catalanes or the Catalanes Gemological District in Uruguay. We are a little geoscientific community in Uruguay. Between paleontologists and geologists, we are 200 people. But we will celebrate this designation next week during our 10th National Congress. And why Mauricio and I decide to propose this site? Because that place in northern Uruguay, among other reasons, is where the largest amethyst field giant geodes were ever found. Uruguay has a relative diverse geology, but not a mining tradition. But is well known by its wonderful amethyst all around the world since a long time ago. This district here in northern Uruguay, here, as defined by the Geological Survey, is located in Artigas department. This is the department, the municipality of Artigas, about 600 kilometers from Montevideo City, the capital of Uruguay, and is very close to the border with Brazil, and belongs to the basaltic plateau geomorphological unit between Catalan Grande and Catalan Chico creeks. So the name refers to a geographic reference. In Artigas City, the capital, Artigas City, live about 40,000 people, and the exploitation of agates and amethyst is responsible for 2,000 of employments, both in mining activities and post-manufacturing industry. Here we have one sample of this amethyst. Maybe, or without maybe, Artigas is the most forgotten municipality of Uruguay by the national and central government forever. Also, so this important designation contribute to increase their own proud feeling of the people of Artigas. The amethyst field geodic cavities are housed in the Paraná igneous province, Paraná Tendeca large igneous province, and comprises fluid basalt, toleitic basalts in Uruguay, with an area of 1 million square kilometers and more than 2 million cubic kilometers of volume. It is one of the largest continental igneous provinces in Earth's geological history and comprises part of the territories of Uruguay, Argentina, part of Paraguay, and obviously part of Brazil also. Represents a fissural magmatism related to the Gondwana continental breakup during the genesis of South Atlantic Ocean during the early Cretaceous age. These magmatic rocks overlie the Aeolian sandstones known as Botucatu Desert, that is the principal unit of the Guarani aquifer system. So the basalt also protect this aquifer. This early Cretaceous igneous event shows basic an acid magmatism, volcanic fissural complexes, known as Serra Geral Formation in Brazil and Arapey Formation in Uruguay, being the largest geological unit in our country. Nevertheless, our little surface station, Uruguay, has almost all the geologic timetable represented. As you can see, Uruguay has an interesting geodiversity with some gaps. We have exposed geological units since Archean to Holocene age. The main geotectonic context of the site is related with the Paleozoic Paraná Basin that in Uruguay is named North Basin. The Arapey Formation, the Arapey is green color. The Arapey Formation is mainly composed by basaltic rocks and shows a maximum thickness about 1 kilometer thick here in Salto City. The climax of the lava flows was between 135 125 million years ago. Particularly in Los Catalanes district, the basal thickness is about 400 meters of thickness. The Gemological district covers about 500 square kilometers. This map was made by the colleagues of the Geological Service 10 years ago. And they recognize 6 lava flows in that area, and 3 of them with geodic quartz mineralization. Before to give the floor to Mauricio, the last one in this case. The right figure illustrates a sketch model of lava flows and explains the kind of emplacement of this fissural volcanic magmatism. And the left one shows the actual distribution of the flows with quartz mineralization. Mauricio.
Okay. Thank you, César. So, first of all, I need to say that this is a low temperature hydrothermal mineralization that resulting in a complex deposit with different textures that you can see in these geological schematic models. These are the 3 types of lava flow mineralized, and as you can see, they have different settings inside the lava flows. And the research also found that the lava flow compose 2 lava types: the Cordillera lava flow, that is Pau type, and the Catalan lava flow, that is AA type. Both of them have a very shallow level in the bottom and in the top, here and here. And in the middle, the mineralization is different. As you can see in the type 2, the Catalan lava flow has different shapes of geodic amethyst mineralization. And in the case of the Cordillera lava flow is where the highest amethyst geodic deposit were found. So as you can see, the different scheme of the 2 types of lava flows, with the macro vesicula in the type 1, the Cordillera, and the different shapes of geodic levels in the type 2, the Catalan lava flow. This is a picture of the exploitation front and the mining galleries in underground mine that allows the discovery of the giant geodic mineralizations. And as you can see in this picture, there is the 2 types of lava flow in the same mine, and both are mineralized. So these are some pictures of outcrops with different textures. So massive basalt, lazy basalt, with some with fluid, and this is the different texture that could be found in the basalt with small vesicular zones, amygdala zones, geodic zones, and breccious zones. This is the typical mineral paragenesis, first with formation of agata, then colorless quartz, and finally the typical rhomboedral crystal with deep purple amethyst. These are different paragenesis, mineral paragenesis that could be found with other types of quartz minerals, and also like, for instance, agates, and also with calcite that is found in several geodes in the Catalanes Gemological district. These are some pictures with the mega geodes, and so medium and a small size of geode with different shapes. This is a huge geode with almost 3 meters tall. Well, regarding the scientific tradition, despite the mineral exploitation start in the middle 18th century, is just in the 60s and 70s when the mechanical mining were started, because previously was exploitation only in alluvial deposit, then in the water basalt, and in the 60s and 70s with mechanical techniques in the fresh basalt that were found the giant geodes, and so this motivated several geological research. For instance, this is research about mineral resources in Uruguay, and as you can see in the cover, there is a geode of amethyst, so it's highlighted since this time as the main geological resource of the country. This is a schematic geological map of the Artigas department, showing the different lava flows that are found also in the district that is over here, the Los Catalanes Gemological district. So, continue regarding the scientific tradition, the Geological Survey of Uruguay carried out main research in 2000. In 2007, this report was about the mining, a geological mapping of the Los Catalanes Gemological district, and where was defined this gemological district. And this one is a more detailed study about the mineralization, about the deposit. It's more kind of exploration research. And well, but why are so special the Uruguayan amethyst? Because amethysts were found in different kind of rocks, in different kinds of geological environment, and also in southern Brazil, they have a huge deposit of amethyst. But in Uruguay, in Los Catalanes Gemological district, is where the highest geodes were found with a deep, so deep purple color, as you can see in this picture in the right, and in the left, a giant geode that at that time was the highest, and nowadays is in a museum in Australia. So the main argument is because the amethysts of the Los Catalanes Gemological district are unique worldwide due to the mega geodes concentration like this, and because the gemstone quality, the deep purple color, so this allows different kinds of scientific research. And because of this is a geo resource with two values. One is a extractable value, that is the mining resource itself, and also a non-extractive value as a geological heritage that, of course, I suppose for all of us is a beautiful geological heritage of our country, Uruguay. So this is it. Mila Escar, muchas gracias. Thank you very much.